Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. And today is actually a very interesting day because I'm going to have to take you on a tour of the new base. That's right, new base, because the old server developed a bit of a problem and I'm a bit stuck as to figuring out why. Basically, it only run for sort of a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours at most, before developing a pretty serious memory leak and dying due to lack of memory. So it was pretty much not able to be, it wasn't really able for me to be. And here as well. All right, someone's put sneaky signs around my new base. Anyway, so this episode is going to be me just introducing you to the new server with a new base. I have actually had the server running in parallel to the one I normally record on, and it's basically at the same sort of state that I was at. So as you can see, I've got a nice sort of mountain range here. Instead of being out on the plains, I've built inside this mountain. We have our kitchen over here, which is sort of, nicely organized. Let's get ourselves a stuffed pepper, why not? Through here we have our nether portal with glass on the other side. I can't go all the way through, which I thought was kind of cool. Out the side, pretty standard sort of stuff. I've got some bees going. I haven't gotten quite to the same point with bees. Those are just empty. Over here we do have... I was trying to get some common bees going, but I haven't quite got there yet. As you can see, pretty standard. Same sort of stuff I had on the other server. A few trees, maybe less. I didn't want that many butterflies hanging around. And we've got this. Now if we jump up here, couple of things different up here. So, oh, there we go, butterfly. So we've got ourselves a mana pool with some mana. We've got a little bit of Botania going. This is where our roots mod is. Now over here, this is a bit more interesting. I've cleared the space for a blood magic altar. I haven't got the altar yet or anything, but this is how big a full-size one is. So with these white stones, there's tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and tier 6 all the way out here, 23 blocks wide, I think it is, which is pretty crazy. So we'll get into that at some point, but I thought I'd reserve the space. As you can see, if I hold down tab, we've got a couple other people on. This server's a little bit more busy than the other one. We've got Kiakaha there, he's a Kiwi living in Australia. Spirit Cracker there, he's a guy in Hong Kong, plays with a couple of his mates, and a few others that are also on here. We do have a multi-block farm, which I was using to try and make some peat. It turns out to be really not worth it, so I've kind of turned that off. If we go down, now this is the main floor, which is the same sort of stuff I had on the other side. We've got our same sort of fermenters, biomass for making those panels that we're making. I've gotten to an alloy smelter, sag mill. I've got a metallurgic infuser. Actually, I've got a couple of those. Osmium compressor, which we had. The electrolytic separator. I don't know if I actually mentioned this on the other server, but I do have one. This is to make oxygen to go into the purification chamber. You might remember a couple of episodes ago, we were using flint, I believe, to make oxygen. It took a ton of flint. So we've basically gone for this setup instead, the electrolytic separator. We're just ditching the hydrogen, dumping the excess of hydrogen, but it's just water that makes that. And of course, centrifuge for the bee stuff. We've got ourselves the coke oven, the blast furnace. I've even set up the same unlimited coal generator. Tinkers is much the same. Power generation, again, much the same. We're full on power, but we really don't have a lot of oil at the moment. So that's there. Down this way, we've got the bottom end of the multi-block farm that we saw at the top. And what else have we got? Embers stuff, which again, like at the start of the last server, we used a little bit, but we don't really use that much anymore. This is new. We've got one block of water. We've got an item hopper with some reinforced survivalist strainers. And this here is happily churning out some stuff. That's mainly because I wanted a bunch of clay. Down here is my mine shaft. This just keeps going all the way down. But we do have one more floor below. Down here, this is what I'm using the clay for. I'm slowly filling in these bricks because I thought the bricks would be cool with the concrete tiles below. And we've got ourselves our arc furnace, the fermenter, the crusher, and the stamper thing. I can't remember what it's called. The metal press, potentially. And that's set up the same way. We've got some power. We have our HV capacitors. I've got 2 of them this time set up, and they are nice and full, supplying power to these things here. And then we have our stairs going back up to, well, there's another level there, and back up to our main floor, and that's pretty much it. So, other than this, we do have ourselves the Empower, which I had set last time. The only difference is I've automated this one. So we do have our hoppers sitting above the display stands and a hopper underneath dragging the stuff back out. And that is sort of, it's been really handy because I've been able to make stuff in bulk. Like, where are we? This stuff, the Empowered Restonia Crystal. So yeah, and as you can see, we're not quite as flush with materials as we were on the other server, but we are getting there. We're getting there now, and here as well. I'm guessing there is a sign somewhere that says I was here. One of the other guys on the server playing jokes on me. Ah, here it is. I was here. Nice. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just thought I'd come on for a quick episode just to show this. I'm hoping to keep making episodes the same sort of rate that I was. Unfortunately, my real life with work and bits and pieces has gotten a bit busy, so I don't know if I'll be able to post quite as often as I was. But hopefully we'll be able to get some time to record some episodes and send them out, especially seeing as I'm actually getting pretty close to 500 subscribers. Now I've been making videos for, maybe nearly 3 years or just over 3 years now. And I mean, I only started making them as a sort of hobby. I mean, I was playing the game anyway, so I thought I would just push record basically. And who knew, we're now, 460, 470 odd subscribers, potentially. It goes up and down a little bit, but we are getting near that 500 mark, which is pretty cool, really, considering I don't really advertise or anything. So yeah, so that is all for this episode. I just thought I'd come on and explain why everything is changing. Unfortunately, there's nothing much I can do about it. I'm really annoyed at that other server. I kept trying to run it. In fact, the last couple of episodes I've recorded on it have been, I've restarted the server, made the episode, and then shortly afterwards the server has died. So it's just, it's not really worthwhile for me to keep recording on that one. Whereas this one, this one's not going too badly, and we get pretty busy sometimes on this one. It's a bit more people. I think we had like 7 or 8 people on the other night, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So anyway, stay tuned for more episodes on this server. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.